My name is Jay. I studied material science with nuclear engineering and I graduated in the summer of 2016. So I work for Nuclear Graduate Scheme, which is kind of a government's organised graduate development programme. They take on sponsors, so I'm sponsored by Rolls-Royce. So I'm about halfway through, so just my first year on that. So I've worked for Rolls-Royce, I'm now working for the Nuclear Industry Association. My kind of job title is a Nuclear Graduates Programme member. Realistically, because of the way the scheme runs, I have a different job title every time I move. So I've been a process modeller, I've been a research and development associate, I am currently kind of a policy and communications member of staff for the Nuclear Industry Association. So a typical day for me tends to vary quite a bit depending on where I am and what I'm doing. At the moment I spend a lot of time working with customers, so working with people in the nuclear industry to find out what they want from government, negotiating with government about the impacts of Brexit and how to better represent the nuclear industry. So it varies a lot. In terms of skills, my job requires a lot of flexibility. You've got to be good at communicating kind of complex ideas sometimes to people that might not have scientific or engineering backgrounds, as well as kind of critical thinking about the best way to go and do things. The thing I enjoy about my job the most is the opportunity to really have control of my own future. I have a huge amount of control about my day-to-day job and also where I'll be in the future, what company I go to next, what roles I do next. So there's a lot of freedom, a lot of responsibility with that freedom, but it's really good to have control. Most challenging thing about the scheme is moving house every kind of 3 or 4 months. It's quite nice to kind of move around, but after kind of a couple of placements, you're kind of a bit fed up of packing everything into a box. So I joined the Nuclear Graduate Scheme straight out of university. So I went on a holiday and then straight into work again. Since then I've moved around, so I'm now on my second placement. So first placement I did at Rolls-Royce for 8 months. I'm now at the Nuclear Industry Association for 6 months. I'm going to the Sheffield Nuclear MRC back home for 3 months. British Aerospace for 3 months. And then I'll have a full-time role with Rolls-Royce at the end. So my future is still kind of happening, if you like. It's a bit of a funny one. So immediate goals are to finish the scheme and get my full-time job at Rolls-Royce. After that, I want to get chartered engineer status in kind of the next 2 or 3 years, which is a bit optimistic, but I think it's possible. If I could offer one bit of advice to current students, it would be to have a really good think about what you want to do in the future. If you can do some related work experience, that's great. But if not, kind of think about what skills and techniques an ideal role for you would involve and see if you can kind of get some of them under your belt. Do something that you love, but make sure it's something that's necessary. Make sure there are jobs out there and make sure there is demand for the skills that you want to have. Look online early, come to careers fairs, speak to people, ask how they got involved. There's a lot of different routes into kind of a lot of different industries and it's not the same for everyone, so bear that in mind.